Welcome to a very special Evo track battle where I've got over 1,000 horsepower to play with as we put the Aston Martin DBS Volante head to head with the Mercedes SLS Roadster. And I'm afraid we might have to put the roofs up because it looks like it's about to rain. So out in the rain in a 510 brake horsepower Aston Martin. Full bore acceleration, flat shift on the throttle. Good brake pressure. I like the brake pedal feel and I love the sound. And I love a bit of a drift. Turns in amazingly well for this sort of conditions and then fires itself out. Oh, it's so slippy, but we got a nice drift on there. Right, let's try and keep it neat and tidy for a lap on the watch. Yes, it's sideways, but I can assure you that for these conditions was neat and tidy. Fourth, straight to second. A late apex. Feed in the power, feed in the power, feed. That's good. Find the traction. Up to third. Brake diagonally into this first chicane. Drop to second. Now this is where it's a wonder, where do you go for third gear when you're cornering? Oh, I wanted it then, I'll grab it now whilst we're on opposite lock to open up this fast right. With a bit of a twitch in the middle. Full throttle, fourth. It's been a good lap so far. Again, when do you take second? Do you hold third? I need third in the middle now. Don't want to make a mistake, it's been a good lap. Oh. Feed, 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 feed. Don't get too greedy too soon, Tiff. Feed in the power. There, the rear's gone, but I can hold it nicely on the throttle. Oh, what about the dirt and bits and bobs? Up to third. One more chicane in second to survive. And now just the two high-speed bends to finish the lap. This is where the Aston really excels. A little bit of understeer as I go in. Neatly does it, Tiff. One corner to go. Again, a little bit of understeer. Lovely steering feel. I can feel the grip going as we flash across the finish line. The Aston sets the pace with a 1 minute 33.2 seconds. And so to the big growling V8 Mercedes. We've now got 563 brake horsepower. We've got 10% more torque. It gets to 62 half a second quicker in under 4 seconds. So on paper, it's much quicker, but in these conditions, whoa, it's just not quite as driver friendly as the Aston was. But it's got almost more power than I could really want at times. It's a bit more, whoa, understeer, whoa, oversteer, whoa, whoa. But a bit of a wobble this way and that. Time to calm it all down and go for a timed lap. Oh, sounds great, great roaring V8, not the classical V12. Oh, there we go, come on. Oh, spinning up the wheels spinning first, second, third. The gears are actually lower, so probably these chicanes in these conditions I can do them in third gear. There's so much torque and grunt, that's going to help the Mercedes. But there it pushes wide on half throttle, then wants to brake back into oversteer as I add in more and more of that 563 brake horsepower. It's a much racier feel than the Aston, but in these greasy conditions, that's not necessarily going to help it. All this I'm doing at a much higher gear. Feed, feed, feed. But it just wants to break away as you feed it, but then it plunges into an understeer, it goes from oversteer to big understeer. Now I can't feed in too much because the transition is so violent. If I leave big understeer and try and power through it, it just ends up in a big snap to oversteer. Oh, sounds lovely. I want to drive this car full mental in the dry, but in these conditions, It's just catching my attention. The flag is out. The session's over. Just got the one corner to do. And we're going to set the time for the Mercedes. The time for the Mercedes, 1 minute 32.3, just under a second faster. While the rain did its best to spoil our day, in the end it probably helped the Aston get close to the Mercedes. This SLS was a twitchy beast in the conditions, but its extra power and lighter weight was still enough to win it the day. This is not for the faint-hearted.